So this is where I've been staying in Idyllwild for the last 2 days. It's really cute little wooden log cabin inspired by bees. I've been staying around the back here. And in this little bee cabin. I'm all ready to go now. If I'm honest, I'm as nervous as I can believe I have ever been for a hike. I'm going into a really dangerous area with some high snow in the next couple of days. I've invested in an ice axe, as you can see, and yeah, I'm waiting for a ride that's going to come in the next 5 minutes. I actually just want to cry because I'm going in with no one. I've got a couple of people around me and things like that, but I'm not entirely confident that I can do it. It's still a low water area. So it's not that far. It's like 55, 60 miles to the other side of the pass, but yeah, going uphill, I've heard that the snow is as deep as 6 foot. And so there's like massive post-holing, and I'm a little nervous on how I'm going to be able to handle it all. I'm not experienced in snow, and every time I've had to walk in snow, like last year on the Colorado Trail, it's really freaked me out. So I'm hoping that the heat has been melting a lot of the snow, although I hear that that's just leading to even more dangerous conditions because it's melting underneath, which is making the top area like slide, so you could end up with more avalanches and things like that. So being told for the snow days, get up really early and try to get out when it's frozen, but the problem is it hasn't been freezing because it hasn't been below zero overnight or below freezing overnight. So yeah, I guess I'm just stepping into the unknown, and I've been biding my time here in Idyllwild, which is gorgeous, to like, you know, not have to make this move, but I know I have to. You can't stay here forever. It is a cute town, but I can't stay here forever. All right, see ya. So back on trail. I think I'm just going to try and go for Cedar Spring Trail today. The weather is actually a lot different to every other day I've been on trail. It's trying to rain. It's quite cold. I gotta say I'm okay about that. Maybe not about the rain, but not being so hot should mean that this climbing's a bit better. So yeah, I'm happy about that. It looks like somebody has left some tangerines or oranges for anyone to go pick up. But I have a full load at the moment, so I'll be all good. I'm just gonna try and take this slow. It's not a hurry, it's not a race. Just take your time, Riss. Bye. These rocks are getting so big. I'm feeling so small, like walking in these little caverns around them. Yeah, it really starts to put things in perspective. Much cooler day today. It's a nice change. So I'm still really nervous today, but it's a beautiful day and it's not super hot, and I really have been taking my time. I haven't been freaking out about water either. So I'm still a little nervous about the conditions ahead, the snow. I just ran into somebody that said you've got like 24 miles of snow. I really hope that's not true. It's contrary to reports, but I mean, he's just come from there, so I need to place some sort of stock in it. But yeah, having a better day. Well, it's really blowing a gale on this climb up towards like a mile or so forward, but I think I might try and go down in the valley a little bit more, because I feel like my tent is going to either break or fly away if I set it up here. My hat is struggling to stay on my head. Sometimes I have to pull my hood up to keep my hat on. So it's an okay day. Actually have some people behind me that I met at Cliff that I really liked, like at Campo on the border. So they're going somewhere near where I am tonight. It's a little further than what I wanted to, but actually gets me closer to just the snowpack and climbing for tomorrow. So, you know, that's got to be a good thing. The sooner I get into here, the sooner I can get out. Look at the clouds moving. They're moving so quickly in this wind. I don't know if we're expecting rain or anything like that. But I'm just going to walk to the bottom of the hill now. So it should be less than 2 miles at 4 o'clock. And then I'm going to set up my tent and hope that it doesn't blow over. Good morning from the Pacific Crest Trail. Just been climbing and climbing and climbing. I'm in the Mount San Jacinto range, and last night was incredibly windy. It was so windy, in fact, that I almost blew off the mountain, and my friend did, and just as luck would have it, he tumbled off the mountain and decided that when it was bush bashing to look for the trail, he came out of the trail where I was camping for the night, which was quite convenient for all of us. So the Mount Jacinto trail reports used to be really good, but they've been so slack in the last week that they haven't really been posting anything up to date. They've been changing the date but not updating the information. So we have no idea if what the weather conditions are going to be like. Some people are saying it's all clear. Some people are saying that there was meant to be a dusting of snow above 5,000 feet last night that didn't come. Some people say the wind's dying off. There's going to be rain. It's just impossible to know. And given it's such a dangerous place, it's so irresponsible of the rangers to just not be providing updated information. There's so many people coming through who are inexperienced, and we just don't know what to do. So some of my friends are getting off trail today and just skipping the section. I've gone through the like I'll get off trail too, but then I think I'd want to get back on and do this, and with the amount of misinformation, I don't know how much time I'd spend off trail, and I've already spent 3 days in Idyllwild. So it's just a really annoying situation. So I guess I'm just going to push on, try and make it over the mountain with my very limited snow and ice experience, and see how I go. If things get really hairy, I guess there's a lot of side trails up here that I can take down off the mountain. But I mean, who knows if I'm going to get myself in over my head. It's a really daunting prospect. Feels a little bit like going into the Smokies on the AT, where it's tempting to get off halfway, but then you just still have to get back on again and finish. So it'll only be probably 2, maybe 3 days of hairiness. So I'm just going to try and push and see what happens. Ciao. So climbing up towards Mount San Jacinto, you can see the snow is getting a bit more prevalent. I'm a little bit wary about my skills able to navigate this, particularly on the steeper slopes and climbs and downhills. On these sort of side trails, maybe it'd be okay. The Mount Jacinto is up there. Still got a ways to go. Some parts are no snow, some parts are enormous. Charles is staying with me, but I've just dropped off. I'm actually okay dropping off because then I can just go at my own pace, but I am alone, so it's a trade-off. It's just after
2 o'clock. I've got 4.3 miles to where I hope to camp, but there's a lot of obstacles in the way. So there's snow and an obscene amount of blowdowns. I don't know if you can see this, but there's blowdowns every like 0.1 of a mile. Some of them have clearly been there for a while, so I don't think we can blame Trump's like cutting of the ranger service. I think this is just laziness or lack of trail maintenance. Really having strong doubts about my competency today. I really need to make it up to camp and then reassess. Yeah, low confidence. Just trying to keep a positive demeanor, but today's really hurting. Hi. Well, despite the fact that I'm way short of where I wanted to be in terms of miles, I'm so proud of myself today. The amount of elevation gain I walked is insane. I'm just going to take it easy, and that's going to be my campsite for the night. You can see I'm kind of on an outlook. The summit of Mount San Jacinto. See, there's quite a lot of snow around, but this girl is toast. It took me about an hour to walk the last half mile. I just got nothing left. So it's a bit of a dry camp, but I'm thinking I might melt some snow and I do have some water, but to get some extra water. I'm only 1.9 away from the nearest water source, so it's not too bad either. But I think I better have a proper meal tonight because I didn't have a proper meal last night, and maybe that's impacting my energy levels. But yeah, signing out for today. Good night.
So I don't know if you can hear this, but the wind has just gone absolutely mental. So we're above 8,000 feet and it is blowing my tent to smithereens. I've had to put a couple more pegs in to peg it down. And of course I need to go to the loo now that I've done that. But yeah, this is through hiking for you. The whack job that oh no, it's just come in again. The whack job that is dealing with the wind in the desert. Well, just setting out this morning and things have changed a lot since last night. The wind has really picked up, massive gale forces. Only really slept in 20-minute sections last night, which just before my most treacherous day on trail was not ideal. I'm really scared. So given obviously I've just walked through there and I'm just about to walk through there, and apparently there's lots more snow. I bought some micro spikes, these things, and they weren't working really well yesterday, so I've taken the time to sit down today and figure out a way of strapping them to my feet in a way that they won't slide off. Fingers crossed it works. I do have an ice axe as well, but I'm not really sure if this is the type of snow that you use it in. It doesn't look that deep, so I'd be like bending down like a hobbit to get the axe in. So we'll see. Wish me luck. It's really scary going through this. Good evening from another day on the PCT.
Well, actually, technically not on the PCT. I just freaked out because the PCT is over there. And as you can see, it's covered in snow. And I didn't think I was going to make it somewhere where people were telling me there was no snow. And if I'm honest with you, I didn't really trust them. And I didn't have any time to spare. So look at how creepy it is. There's like cloud moving in everywhere. I think I'm just going to get in my tent, get changed, and then think about dinner. So yeah, as soon as I saw this clear spot, I just took it. So I'm about 100 meters away from the trail, not that far. Although on Far Out, it's telling me I'm 26 miles from the trail now, which is the shortest 26 miles ever. Really weird day today. I guess it was a day that I'd been dreading because it should have been the hardest day, and probably it was up there with quite a challenging day. I'll come back. So, good evening from the PCT. This is your abominable snowman talking. We've just had dinner and I've got into bed to wrap up. Still pretty daylight outside, but I'm really tired. It's about 6:30. And I think the temperature just dropped to almost freezing. There's certainly light winds whipping around. I'm kind of hoping the winds stop in the next hour. The weather forecast says that they will, but the trail ranger that I saw today told me that they're going to get worse than last night and again worse on Tuesday. So I really hope that's not the case, because last night I slept in 20-minute sections because of the rain. So yeah, it'd be good if that didn't happen again tonight, and that I could get some shut eye, because I'm so tired as a result of and my lips are obviously really dry as a result of all of the whipping and collapsing of my tent. I actually just had my tent collapse about 20 minutes ago. As I've reset it up, I just really hope it doesn't happen again tonight. So far, it's really peaceful and quiet again. So maybe it just whips off and then goes away, whips off and goes away. I don't know, but either way, I just need some sleep. So I walked just under 10 miles today. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it's through a lot of snow. Probably 2/3 of my day. Actually, no, probably 3/4 of my day was in snow. Maybe even more, actually. I'm just trying to think. So snow definitely slows you down to like sort of a half mile an hour. I'm close to the top of the last summit before I get out of the Mount San Jacinto mountain range. So I'm really excited about that. I think I've got like 20 miles of downhill. This is about half a mile more of uphill. So I just can't wait to get out of here. It's been really disappointing that so many people haven't come in because they've been afraid of how dangerous it is, and it really hasn't been that dangerous. And now they've given up on their continuous through hikes, and also it's lonely for me because it's like, there were the people that were around me. So Warpaint is ahead of me, so he's been busting out some good miles so that he can just get into town to get a new trekking pole. A lot of things of mine broke today, so while I was fixing my pants, I accidentally cut my mat. So my mat has a hole in it, and also my scenic bladder has a hole in it. I don't know how, but that means that I'm drinking water unfiltered. I guess I'm going to be able to fix that as soon as I get into town, which will be just over a day and a half. So the town is like 25 miles away. I don't think I'm getting there tomorrow, given I've still got some more snow to walk over. But it's close, really close. So if I don't get there tomorrow, which I don't think I will, I'll probably get there early the next morning. And I cannot wait. As you can imagine, walking through that much snow, I've got some pretty stanky, swollen feet and smelly socks. So they definitely need a wash. Yeah, I'm a little bit sad for the rest of my friends who have skipped this section, particularly given that they were all about my pace and my age and things like that. I guess I might be able to catch up with them, but maybe they're not my kind of people if they're skipping sections. I can't imagine my old Texas crew ever skipping sections. That's just not in them. They would have been like hardcore, no, we're going to just knuckle down and do it. So remember the Smokies where we just powered on through, and a lot of the ice luge conditions of the Smokies were way worse than I've encountered here today. So have I walked through a lot of snow? Yeah, but it's been soft and in some areas patchy. So I think in some areas I've walked through like 5k of snow, which is why I'm like, oh, I've probably walked through 3/4 of my day. But then you get little respites with that. I got really lost at one point today as well. And unfortunately I walked down a snowy bank in the wrong direction, which meant that I had to somehow try and traverse back up that snowy bank, and I was on hands and knees. So I really need more experience with snow. I'm such a dipshit. Anyway, I'll speak to you later. Bye. Right, just about to set off for another day in the San Jacinto Mountains. The weather is dubious. It's taken me a little while to get up and moving this morning, partially because, you know, ice and stuff, but partially just because there's so much extra gear. Just about to head back to the trail, start the upward climb to the end, see how we go. I'm kind of looking forward to just some normal temperatures. Can we just do non-extreme temperatures, PCT? Like not 40 degrees, not minus 40 degrees. It'd be really great if you could find that intermediate spot. I mean, it's pretty wide. So this is... oh shit. So this is my day. It's extreme downhill and it's really hard. But you gotta laugh, and it just started snowing on me. So I just filled up some water, and hopefully this will get me back into the desert. People often ask me what type 2 fun is. This is type 2 fun. Wild that down here, I don't know if you can see them, there's all wind farms and things like that, and then just an ordinary suburban town down there. And then when you zoom back, you can see the wild landscape I'm currently facing. I'm not gonna lie, I've screamed a lot today. It's been really challenging. What a day. So I am 200-mile marker. What a day. This day never ends. I foolishly told a trail angel I would meet her at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so I need to make big miles to the end. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm like still coming out of San Jacinto Mountains. Another day of getting your head bashed in by the wind. So pretty aggressive again. I feel so proud of myself today. I went over the 200-mile marker. I walked out of the San Jacinto Mountains. I encountered some of the most ridiculous snow walking ever. I don't think I should have been there based on my technical ability, and the fact that I was by myself was probably really stupid. And I must have had those little parts of me like cursing my trail family, like why couldn't, you know, particularly the older people who probably would have been slower to come. But then I've just actually received a call from them, and they're waiting at a Trail Angel's house that just so happened to be the same Trail Angel that I booked. So I'm going to see them tomorrow. They're going to pick me up from the trailhead. So I will get up. I don't think I'm going to sleep much with this wind. What do you think? I'm going to get to the trailhead, hopefully as close to 8 o'clock as I can. And then, yeah, take a Nero and a Zero tomorrow. I am so spent. I tried to walk the whole way to the road, but it was another 5 miles, and it's just getting dark. And after all that snow walking today, would you believe that by 2:30 I think I'd only done like 3 miles? So all the rest of my day has been done since that time, just coming down the hill out of the San Jacinto Mountains. Yeah, crazy day. I'm looking forward to some R&R because my body just aches, like everything hurts. I had to actually break out the ibuprofen during the day today, which is the first time I've had to do that in a while. All right, see ya. A tree just fell on my tent. It was awesome. And based on that, it sounds like a couple of the pegs have just come out of my tent again. This is not the AT. This is not fun. Not fun at all. Everything is covered in sand. I hate it. My friends over there in the distance. They're about 0.2, 0.3 miles away. They keep yelling out, woohoo! And it's making me cry. This has been an emotional leg. Oh, love these guys.
Off to Never Land. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright